A relevant response. Iran's deputy ambassador to the UN accuses Israel of inflammatory remarks and saber rattling, while Tel Aviv is the only regime that possesses all types of weapons of mass destruction, including nukes in the Middle East. Khodadad Saifi has also warned Netanyahu against any miscalculation by planning to attack Iran.
He also continued saber rattling toward Iran by abusing this August assembly for threatening a founding member of this organization, which is first and foremost established for the prevention and removal of the threats to the peace. He talked a lot about WMDs in the Middle East without mentioning that Israel is the only one in the region that possesses all types of WMDs, but is not a party to any of the treaties banning them. He should seriously avoid miscalculation about Iran. Therefore, the Israeli Prime Minister had better not even think about attacking Iran, let alone planning for that. In conclusion, Mr. Chair,
Iran's representative at the UN General Assembly criticized Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu minutes after a speech. Saifi asked Netanyahu to review Iran's history of commitment to its international obligations, in contrast to Tel Aviv's defiance of all relevant international treaties and regulations. The Iranian diplomat also accused Israel of committing crimes in its wars against Palestinians and its other neighboring and even non-neighboring nations. We earlier talked to Mohammad Marandi, who's a professor at University of Tehran. He says the talk of attack on Iran is really an empty threat.
I think that after what happened in Syria, it's become quite clear that the United States doesn't have the stomach for another war. The American public is completely against another war, even in Syria. Iran is infinitely stronger than Syria, Iraq, and Afghanistan combined. It has not been the sanctions that have taken the Iranians back to the negotiating table, as they say, because Iran has always been at the negotiating table. The threat of attack on Iran really is an empty threat.